Hello students. Today we are going to start chapter 2 of class 11th biology, that is biological classification. This is part 1 video of this chapter. In this part we will focus on history of taxonomy and later we will learn about viruses, viroids and lichens. Starting with history of taxonomy. First one to attempt more scientific basis of classification. He is known as father of biology and father of zoology. Aristotle classified plants as herbs, shrubs and trees. Herbs are smallest non-woody plants which lack branches, while shrubs are taller than herbs and they contain branch near their base, while trees are the tallest among these and they contain branches above ground level. He classified animals as those having RBC and those not having RBC. RBC means red blood cells. After Aristotle came Theophrastus. Theophrastus is known as father of botany. He classified plants as herbs, undershrubs, shrubs and trees. Undershrubs are intermediate between herbs and shrubs. Then came Carolus Linnaeus. He is known as father of taxonomy, father of plant taxonomy and father of animal taxonomy. We studied earlier that Carolus Linnaeus gave binomial nomenclature system. He gave two kingdom system which divided organisms as Plantae and Animalia. There are a lot of demerits in Carolus Linnaeus system. That is, he did not distinguish between eukaryotes and prokaryotes. Neither did he distinguish between unicellular and multicellular. And he did not distinguish between photosynthetic organism and non-photosynthetic organism. Another was that a large number of organisms did not fall into either category in his system of classification. Then came George Bentham and Joseph Dalton Hooker. Bentham and Hooker classification is known to be the biggest classification of Spermatophyta and a natural classification of Spermatophyta. Spermatophyta means plants with seeds. We will study about them in plant kingdom later. Then came A.W. Eichler. He gave the first phylogenetic classification, that is, he established evolutionary relationship among organisms and then classified them. Then came Oswald Topo. He gave the biggest phylogenetic classification. Among all these scientists, you must remember Aristotle and Carolus Linnaeus. After Oswald Topo, in 1969 came R.H. Whittaker, who proposed the 5 kingdom classification of organisms. The criteria used by R.H. Whittaker were cell structure, that is complexity of cell, body organization, that is complexity of organism, mode of nutrition, reproduction, phylogenetic relationships. The 5 kingdoms in which R.H. Whittaker divided organisms were Monera, which included all prokaryotes, Protista, which included unicellular eukaryotes, Fungi, which included true fungi only, Plantae, having multicellular plants, and Animalia, which included multicellular animals. In R.H. Whittaker classification, virus, viroid, and lichens were not mentioned. This is a very important point to be remembered. This table is given in the NCERT. It includes all the general categories of all 5 kingdoms. Kingdom Monera. The cell type of this kingdom is prokaryotic. Cell wall is non-cellulosic, that is, it is made of polysaccharide and amino acid. Nuclear membrane is absent in these organisms. Body organization is cellular, and their mode of nutrition is autotrophic, either chemosynthetic and photosynthetic, and heterotrophic by saprophytic mode of nutrition, or parasitic. Then kingdom Protista. The cell type of this kingdom is eukaryotic. The cell wall is present only in some organisms in this kingdom. Nuclear membrane is now present. Body organization is still cellular, while mode of nutrition is autotrophic and heterotrophic. Next kingdom is fungi. The cell type is eukaryotic. Cell wall is present without cellulose. This is the difference you must remember, that cell wall of fungi does not contain cellulose, instead it contains chitin. The nuclear membrane is present. Body organization is multicellular, or loose tissues are arranged to form the body. Mode of nutrition in these organisms is heterotrophic mode of nutrition by either saprophytic mode of nutrition or parasitic. Next kingdom is Plantae. The cell type of these organisms are eukaryotic. Cell wall is present, which is made of cellulose. Nuclear membrane is also present. Body organization is tissue or at organ level. Mode of nutrition is only autotrophic. Then came kingdom Animalia. The cell type is eukaryotic. Cell wall is absent in these organisms. Nuclear membrane is present. Body organization is at tissue level or organ level or organ system level. The mode of nutrition is heterotrophic, either Holozoic method or saprophytic method. So you can understand the table given in NCERT in a simple way using this flowchart. The upper side represents direction of evolution, starting with Monera, kingdom Monera. The complexity of cell, that is cell organization, in kingdom Monera is prokaryotes. These are prokaryotes. Moving up, Protista. The cell organization in Protista is eukaryotes. And the complexity of organism, that is body organization, is unicellular. Moving up, kingdom Fungi. The body organization is now multicellular. The mode of nutrition in fungi is by absorption. They are heterotrophs, and their major role in ecology is as they act as decomposers. Then Plantae. The body organization in kingdom Plantae is multicellular. The mode of nutrition in them is by photosynthesis. They are autotrophs, and their major ecological role is that they act as producers. Then kingdom Animalia. The body organization is again multicellular. The mode of nutrition is by ingestion. They are also heterotrophs, and their major ecological role is they act as consumers. So this is a simple flowchart by which you can memorize that table given in the NCERT in a simple way. As we studied earlier, virus, viroid and lichens are acellular organisms and are not mentioned in 5 kingdom classification of R.H. Whitaker. So we will study them separately. Starting with virus. वायरस को पढ़ने से पहले इनकी कहानी सुनते हैं. तो वायरस को वायरस नाम कैसे मिला? वायरस का मतलब क्या होता है? वायरस मीन्स वेनम, मतलब जहर या फिर पॉइजनस फ्लूइड. This name was given by Pasteur. Then in 1892 came another scientist whose name was D.J. Ivanovsky. He found that the causative organism of mosaic disease of tobacco was even smaller than bacteria. How did he came to know? उन्हें कैसे पता चला? उन्होंने देखा कि ये ऑर्गेनिज्म बैक्टीरिया प्रूफ फिल्टर से भी पास हो रहा है. इसका मतलब ये बैक्टीरिया से भी छोटा है. Then in 1898 came another scientist whose name was M.W. Bezernik. He demonstrated that extract of infected plant when injected into a healthy plant could cause infection in the healthy plant. Extract of infected plant could cause infection in the healthy plant. So he called this fluid as Contagium vivum fluidum. That means infectious living fluid. After this came W. M. Stanley in 1935. He demonstrated that viruses could be crystallized. Crystals largely consists of protein. He was awarded Nobel Prize for his discovery. So this was the story of virus. About viruses, what is important for us is their characteristics. Viruses are submicroscopic. They are non-cellular organisms. They remain inert outside their specific host in crystalline form. Viruses are obligate intracellular parasite. Obligate means ज़िद्दी. वो पैरासाइट की बॉडी के अंदर ही जिंदा रह पाएंगे, बाहर नहीं. They take over the machinery of host cells to replicate themselves after infecting host. They have either RNA or DNA. No virus contains both RNA and DNA. Viruses are nucleoprotein and their genetic material is infectious. The protein coat in viruses is called capsid. This capsid is made up of a lot of capsomeres. These are smaller subunits. This protects the nucleic acid. These capsomeres are arranged in helical or polyhedral shape. Another thing that you should remember is generally the viruses which infect plants have single-stranded RNA. Those infecting animals can have single-stranded RNA, double-stranded RNA or double-stranded DNA. And the bacteriophages, that is bacterial viruses, usually have double-stranded DNA. In humans, the diseases caused by viruses are mumps, herpes, influenza, AIDS, and the one prevailing at present, COVID-19. In plants, the diseases caused by virus are tobacco mosaic disease, bunchy top of banana, tomato leaf curl, potato leaf curl. Moving on to viroids. In 1971, T.O. Dainer observed that the causative organism for potato spindle tuber disease was a free RNA which lacked protein coat. He discovered that this RNA was even smaller than the virus. These organisms were even smaller than the virus. So he named them as viroids. Viroids have RNA which is of low molecular weight. Next is lichens. Lichens are symbiotic associations, that is, mutually useful association between an algae and a fungi. Here, the algal component is known as phycobiont, while the fungi component is known as mycobiont. Myco means fungi. The algae component is autotrophic, that is, it is able to produce its own food, while the fungi component is heterotrophic. that is, it is dependent on other organisms. In this association, algae prepare food for himself and for the fungi, while fungi provide shelter and it absorbs minerals, nutrients and water for its partner also. So they both live in a symbiotic association. Lichens are very good pollution indicator, that is, they never grow in polluted areas. So this was about part 1 of biological classification chapter. Hope you all understood it well. If you are having any query or any doubts, you can comment in the comment section. Do like, subscribe and share this channel. Thank you.